Driving from Exmouth to Coral Bay was easy as it's only a short drive. So many termite mounds along the way make it a scenic route. Booked campsite for 3 nights at Ningaloo, Coral Bay, Bayview Camping. My favorite area here is Shark Nursery. Warning signs are there to stay on shore and watch. We followed other people and walked into the water. It was a strange feeling to enter into their territory. It is risky as we could have stepped onto stingrays. They stay camouflaged and sprint at the last minute. The curious young sharks are shy, and when we move, they swim away fast and disappear. We have seen a few on a couple of occasions. It's up to you to spot them in the videos. The coastal walk to the boat ramp is very nice. Just check for receding tide to get a decent track. We saw the starting point of the 4-wheel drive track. Even though I have driven Stockton Beach for years and crossed Simpson Desert, I am not risking my 4B on that track as the clamps on rooftop tent are not trustworthy, ratchet strapped with a roof rack, and the long-range fuel tank is leaking petrol fumes from our Gibb River road trip, as you know. I have another plan to do the track. Anyway, we have walked on the Coral Bay beaches a few times. Somehow we found that the time spent here is more relaxing than Exmouth. So it's a good idea to keep Exmouth for busy activities and Coral Bay for relaxing. Kids will have a lovely time up here. Coral Resort Bakery is a very good place for quick feed or coffee. So this is my plan. While driving, I was glad that I made this decision. Taken a 4x4 beach buggy tour. Chopped up track, very bumpy and narrow, wise decision. This way, I don't make conditions worse in my 4B. Just be careful on the cliff edges looking out. Someone in my group fell down and had a deep cut from sharp rock. Nothing major, but he could have fallen off the cliff so easily. The drive towards Kanavan is spectacular in the wildflower season. We cross the Tropic of Capricorn. The drive into Kanavan reminded us that we left the typical Australian arid land behind and are entering fertile agricultural land. Google Fruit Loop driving trail and buy fresh veggies and fruits in farms on your way to the campsite. We didn't have the extra days to drive to the Kennedy Ranges. Kanavan Fascine is nice walk, walked through the bridge. Driving to Shark Bay from Kanavan is absolutely mind-boggling with wildflowers. It is impossible to capture what you see in a video camera. We just tried our best. On the way, we visited Hamelin Pool. Shark Bay is World Heritage listed because of this Hamelin Pool. Ecosystems look like 3 billion years old, and the microbial mats helped evolve life on Earth. Due to cyclone damage to the boardwalk, it is not possible to get closer, nor is it easy to repair boardwalk without approval from the World Heritage Administration. When we went there, we met a ranger and he helped us with his binoculars to look at the microbial mats. The visit to Shell Beach is like no other. In Australia, there are so many shelly beaches with varying names with the same origin. But this one has shells and shells only with least or no sand. We have never seen anything like this before. Eagle Bluff was a good lookout that we wanted to spend more time in, but the weather was not favorable. Inquire about the best time to be here to see wild sea animals here when you are at the visitor center. At Denham, we bought groceries at IGA Express and it was expensive. Maybe we should have tried Shark Bay Supermarket. A Monkey Mia day permit is required even if a Western Australian Park Pass is present. Bought monthly pass online, which is cheaper than daily pass on multiple days. We had booked our campsite earlier at RAC Monkey Mia Dolphin Resort for 3 nights. We stayed at Monkey Mia and it was a great experience in every sense. The dolphins feeding in the morning is a major attraction. They are still wild dolphins and how many of them will turn up each morning cannot be predicted. As they are intelligent animals, they behave like domesticated animals. We are not allowed to feed them on our own with whatever we have. We expected sandflies here and we took AeroGuard and Nature's Own, but we didn't encounter any.
So in the early 90s, Parks and Wildlife testing happened up with the regular cow and when we interact with these films, if they come for all 3 years. So once those guidelines have been put into place, you can tell dolphins are not aggressive, they're certainly not in bad health or numbers, and the calf mortality rate
Beach walk on either side is very good on low tide. If you wish to visit Little Lagoon, stonefish lurk in Little Lagoon, so if you want to enjoy the water, wear wading shoes and shuffle to avoid a painful sting. If you wish to put your 4B to test, it is possible to drive on Francois Peron National Park. Big Lagoon, Artesian Natural Hot Tub, Cape Peron North are some of the attractions here. If you have extra days, it's possible to go to 4-wheel driving to Steep Point and take your 4B by barge to Dick Hartog Island. Well, then we drove south to Kalbarri. Large body of water was on the tarmac. So check with visitor center before you start if you just have a two-wheel drive. We visited Kalbarri National Park, Murchison Gorge, Nature's Window, Skywalk, etc. Also, blue holes on the way into Kalbarri. This allowed us to rest and walk around Kalbarri the next day, whole day. On our way out towards Perth, we saw Pink Lake Lookout at Gregory. Someone marked it wrong in the Google, so check with Visitor Center to get the location correct and the correct time of the day so that you can see maximum pink reflected from sunlight. Driving to Perth is possible via Nambung National Park and checking out the famous Pinnacle Desert. We have done that during our previous visit. Major Perth attractions like Rottnest Island, Perth Mint, Kings Park, the Bell Tower, Elizabeth Quay, Swan River, Fremantle Markets, Penguin Island have already been visited during our previous tour. This time we just took rest, visited Indian restaurant and Hindu temple. Thanks for watching.